These are some Dinar Guru updates. All right, starting off with Militiaman article quote Al Yassiri, the central bank's initiatives have contributed to employing the unemployed and moving stalled projects. The aim of changing the exchange rates is to support the Iraqi product in competition with imported products. He explained that some sectors will respond immediately to this change. I would have to agree that the response will be immediately. They change the exchange rate and the markets respond in like kind and in a big way. Contracts will require it, in my opinion. The news is off the charts good. The way they are talking about today and yesterday. Comprehensive development process have been ongoing, and we are now finally seeing the fruit of it all, in my opinion. All right, and Militiaman continued advisor to the Prime Minister, creating new electronic payment cards that will enhance the advancement of service provided to citizens. Digital money. I seriously like to hear this. They told us about this. It is and was part of the plan of a level playing field. Get ready to be cashless than before. They told us there would be a smaller amount of currency in circulation. Well, when they adjust the exchange rate accordingly, they will need less cash, as it will be worth more, in my opinion. All right, Jeff, article quote today, the World Bank confirmed that changing the exchange rate gives the state the ability to increase its revenue. They're not talking about decreasing, they're talking about increasing. If they keep the exchange rate lower, imports are going to cost more. If they increase the exchange rate, imports cost less. All right, Mark Z via PDK, are we there yet? Well, everybody is in place. Everybody I know that is involved with the groups at the upper end is in place. We do not know the timing. This is a when, not an if. Just awaiting someone to pull the trigger. News out of Iraq, they are openly talking about their new budget and the white papers. In news articles, they are talking about the need for a higher value for their currency in order to meet the requirements of their new budget. They're clearly preparing people for this and for the lower denominations and how their key cards work. Jeff article quote, the idea of raising the price of dollar is an international policy shared by the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Planning, and the Iraqi government, especially the International Monetary Fund. Since they devalued the currency on December 20th, the World Bank and the IMF have been putting a big emphasis on Iraq bringing forth this rate change, get the reforms going, and improve Iraq's economy. All right, Norv, aka Caparoni, there's no intent to redenominate the dinar. First, it would take parliament approval. Second, there would be no reason to encourage exchange and settlement among Middle East countries, Buna, and eventually the world if they were to plan redominate lop the dinar. Not to mention, Iraq has had less than 3% inflation for the past 20 years. The plan for Iraq is like other Middle East countries, which is to diversify, create stability, employment, and a private sector, foreign investment to improve the economy, and create economic growth. Only then the dinar can appreciate as a result. There has never been one indication that the IMF would support such an event. In fact, they speak of allowing the currency to rise. Even the recent devaluation was not random, but an attempt to preserve the central bank's reserves as well as meet compliance with the IMF. It is well documented. All right, and Militiaman article quotes Saron, raising or lowering the exchange rate of the currency is the exclusive authority of the government. The reducing the price of local currency is not going to happen again. 1182 didn't work, 1190 didn't work, nor will 1460 if left without deleting the zeros from the exchange rate, in my opinion. All right, lastly, Jeff, article quote, Parliamentary Finance meets with officials from the World Bank. In the past, they've never really had the World Bank and the IMF involved with budgets. The reason they have the World Bank involved with this one is because this budget is now linked to the rate change. It has reforms in it which the World Bank has financed. Because they finance the reforms, they need to monitor what happens in Iraq financially because they have a vested interest. Payments can only be paid back to the World Bank with internationally recognized currency.